this is our board here, and it pretty much tells everything we're doing. And you know, it's got our GPS coordinates, where we're coming from, where we're going to, the time, how many miles, our MMSI number, our registration number, the name of the boat. And this is just so that you know, if we have some kind of emergency, any crew member can look at that from the radio and give the Coast Guard any type of information that they would need. And I mean, right now it's just me, but you know, maybe if there's an emergency and I'm freaking out or something, at least the data that I need is where I can always see it. And also any projects that are happening on here, anything that I'm working on kind of goes on the board. It lets me pretty much see where everything is happening all at once, and there's kind of no way to avoid it. It's not like I'm going to forget what's on the board, because you know, I pass by the board, I see the board like 100 times a day. So that's kind of how I stay organized. And you should have seen it when we were restoring the boat. It was pretty crazy, and I probably got some video of that. I may have posted it already, but this is kind of just how I manage the information on the boat. And it's a dry erase board, so you know, I change it every day, and it works pretty good. I really like it. It worked out really well. So I just thought I'd share that with you. And you know, I'll share what's on the board on occasion, just so you guys can kind of see what we have going on here on the boat on Sail and Catch Starship. All right, so what we're doing now is we're standing by for this bridge, Camino Real, to open. And there's actually a little line of boats here. I don't know if you can see the other boat behind me. We're all kind of just waiting for the opening at 11:20 a.m. and I think he's about to open now. But pretty much this is the journey down the ICW. You just go from bridge to bridge and then wait, and then try to stand still and not run into these other boats, and hope none of them run into you. Today it's Wednesday, so it's not that busy, but on the weekends it can get pretty gnarly. And so now I'm just waiting. He's radioed that he's going to open it. It's about 90 seconds before the bridge starts to move once he radios, and then we try to get as close as we can, and then we're going to just push through when it opens. And that's how it works. Okay, I can see the bridge opening, and now I'm just waiting on Jade here to move. radio turn. My handheld took a shit, and it doesn't work real good. I'm letting it dry out. I got it pretty wet the other day, even though it's waterproof. It's acting up, so I kind of got my main microphone to my VHF radio down below deck is the one I use. I just bring the cord up here in the mic, and but I can't quite reach it from here, so I have to kind of lean around the wheel when I'm talking on it. So I either got to get that other radio fixed, or I need to get the radio fixed or replaced regardless, but I also want to install a radio station here in the cockpit. It's an extension of the main VHF radio. So. Now my issue in here in the ICW has been that these buildings kind of block the wind. The wind looked pretty good when I was out on the lake, but now it's not looking so good. So I don't know. I'm gonna raise a sail and see what happens. Actually, I'll let you guys watch that while I do it. Let's get the cockpit ready, and then when this boat passes, I'm gonna put up my jib. Slow down a little bit. Actually, I've got some traffic behind me, so I'm gonna keep pushing to the next bridge, because that's what everybody's game is right now. Because that bridge either opens on schedule, I'll have to look, or it opens on request. So what you'll see is everybody racing to get to the bridge if it opens on schedule. And this guy's gonna fucking wake me out here. Alright. Even though I think it's a no-wake zone. Some people don't give a fuck. Sometimes in here it's like worse than the ocean, because all these boats making wakes or making these crisscross pattern waves. And even though it says slow speed minimum wake, weekends and holidays, so they can haul ass through here today. That's why. But you can see this is a channel, and we are rocking almost like when we're out on the ocean. This boat Encore is towing another boat, so and here comes the wake from it. Yeah, it's gonna get a little crazy for us. And then what I'm gonna do is get right behind him. That's gonna mellow the wake out. Except this other one's gonna fuck me up. Here we go. Here we go. Crazy ass cross wakes. probably be closed by the time I get there. I'm just gonna wait. that's Hillsborough Boulevard Bridge. They don't open for another 20 minutes, so probably what I'm actually going to do is get in the middle of the channel here and just shut down my motor. And now we are just here heaving to. Everything's shut down, sails are down, motor's off, and we're literally just kind of drifting. If I drift too close to the shore, which I may be doing, I may start the motor and then move just a little bit and then heave to again. The Hillsborough Boulevard Bridge is opening now, and so I'm gonna, once it's open just a little more, I'm gonna get ready to go through here. I'm gonna start heading that direction. Lots of other boats coming through. Two George's Cove restaurant over here. All these restaurants are cracking, man. All right, this is how I get gas. You just pull up to the dock here, and they got these gas pumps. And there's a dude here, Dean. Hey Dean, what's up, bro? He's down there helping somebody else, but super cool dude. So yeah, this is how I get fuel. And then of course they have ice too and beer. All right, I'm here with Dean.
Dude, YouTube baby. Love it. Sailboats. Look at it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're getting gas here with Dean.
Yep, filling her up. Come to the Cove for gas. Two George's.
You
Best
hear that?
restaurant around.
That's
right
the
here.
restaurant right there. Two George's. Come see
Best
Dean.
food. I will get you guys right. I will fill you guys with the best gas in Broward County. I promise.
He's the man.
I am.
What actually happened is my gas fume detector went off, and I might have overfilled the tank a little bit. But so I'm letting the boat air out, and I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes, and just gonna blow it, ventilate, and make sure there's no gas fumes when I come back to start the engine, because I don't want to go boom. Looks like it's cracking here at Two George's. I'm gonna sit here and recreate for a minute while I wait on that thing to air out. But there's a real good breeze, and I've got all the vents open, so we should be good. We're just leaving Two George's, and I'm gonna motor for a while because my tank is so full. My alarm's gone off, and I didn't blow up when I started, so that's good. The fumes just kind of died down. But I'm just gonna I'm just gonna motor the whole way, because I'd like to burn about 1.5 gallons of fuel just to get the level down in my tank. I want to be about 10% below full, and right now it's full. So I'm gonna fix that, hopefully by motoring. Where are we anyway?
Fort Lauderdale.
Are we in Fort Lauderdale now?
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah, we are almost in Fort Lauderdale.
And what's your name?
Josh.
Josh. And what are you doing, Josh?
I'm kayaking Daytona, Miami to the Keys.
He's kayaking from Daytona to Miami to the Keys. That's badass, bro. How many days you been at it?
2 months.
2 months. Holy shit. Wow, bro. That's intense. Well, hopefully I see you down in the Keys, man. Look for me.
You'll be going down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I'll see you down there.
This is Starship. I'm Phil.
Nice to meet you, Phil.
Yeah, you too, bro. You take it easy. Shooting fish, eating bugs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet, me too.
All right.
See you down there.
All right.
Have fun and have fun.
Yeah, enjoy that beer, bro. Take her easy.
All right, see you, Phil.
I'll take.
Thanks.
Yeah, Starship. We're on YouTube. Sail and Catch Starship.
All right, I got no phone. I'll check you
All
out.
right, bro.
See you, Phil. Thanks for the beer.
Take it easy. All right. Hooked the homie up with a beer, and he told me he was kayaking from Daytona to Miami to the Keys. I tell you what, you meet all kinds of cool people doing this, and that's one example of one of the interesting characters that you run into on an almost daily basis, you know. And the bridge, I'm waiting on the bridge again. So this is another bridge. This is a Northeast 14th Street bridge, and it's supposed to open here in about 2.5 minutes. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for that. How cool. These tall buildings are disrupting the airflow across the river. So what's happening is when I get next to one of these, my sail will collapse. And if I'm just sailing, what happens is the boat pretty much stops. And then let's see if it does. You see how it's doing that? And it's gonna literally start, look, it goes the other way. So that means the wind is basically coming down and around the building like that, because I know the wind is a westerly wind blowing west to east right now. And what I'm getting right here is an easterly wind all of a sudden. So I'm having to do some motoring, but if I wasn't motoring, the boat would have just stopped right there. And then when I pass this building, oh well, there's some more buildings, we'll see. But typically when I pass a tall building like this, then the sail will blow back out and she'll go again. Let's see if it does it. Let's just see. There it goes. And boom. And that's what my sails should look like if it wasn't for these buildings. So that's a little annoying, and I want to get out of the ICWs really as soon as I can, but the conditions outside aren't that great. I talked to the Towboat US guy earlier, and he was saying it's pretty shitty out there. So you know, it's a real short wave period, and you're just constantly getting battered by waves. They're not big waves, but it's just the boat's just constantly rocking, you know, and it's not a comfortable sail. The wave period is like 6 seconds, and I'd like to see a wave period of about 12 seconds. So, but here we are, and we're coming up to another bridge, and it's going to open up in half an hour because it just closed. So, and then there's my sail collapsing again because of this building. It's pretty predictable. And then she opens back up. So the ICW down here in Fort Lauderdale, not the best for sailboats unless you want a motor, and most of the sailboats I see are motoring. So I'm looking for that opportunity to get out on the ocean and out of this river. You'll notice up ahead to him. See that kayaker? There he is. So what happens typically, this has been happening a few times today, I'll catch up to him, and then I gotta wait on a bridge, and then he passes me. So I'm basically making about the same pace as a kayaker. Well, we're hove to again. Waiting on Atlantic Boulevard Bridge about 20 minutes from now. And we're right outside Sands Harbor Restaurant. It's almost like there's a restaurant every place there's a drawbridge. I don't know if these guys planned that, but seems like a pretty good system. Lots of boats stopping right in front of your place. You can pull your boat right up and have some lunch and a beer. There's some other sailboats on the ICW, see? That's Voyager. Galesville, Maryland. So we're back in one of these zones where everybody just hauls ass and just look at what it's like here. Fucking crazy. At times like this, I wish I'd taken the shitty offshore conditions, but you know, hey, it's a boat, she can handle it, and we'll just keep pushing on, riding the waves. I'm kind of anchored right out in the middle of the ICW here. I mean, I'm not right in the middle, but my stern is definitely sticking out. My fuel pump, I think, is still overheating, and if I let it cool down, it'll run for, you know, 30-40 minutes, and then I think it starts to heat up again and create a vacuum. I put a fan on it. This is a really sucky spot because these people are hauling ass by here, kind of like I was showing you earlier, and I'm just getting, of course, getting the shit rocked out of me, but here we go. So I'm gonna let this fuel pump cool. I'm gonna get to there's like a lake about 40 minutes from here if I could get there. It's really hard to sail here because the wake is so rough. It collapses my sails. So, I mean, it's just, I would rate this section of the ICW for sailing 1 star. It really sucks, and man, I almost would rather be getting beat up outside as long as I could go somewhere, you know. So anyways, that's what's going on. I'm gonna start this thing up again in a minute and get a little further down and try to get somewhere where I can, I don't know, chill out for an hour that's not rocking, you know. And I need to order a new fuel pump, so I'm gonna figure that out. My brother lives kind of near Fort Lauderdale, and I may be able to have one sent to his house. I gotta do some research on it and see what kind of fuel pump I'm gonna get. I don't think the one I have is really cut out for the job, so that's what's going on. Like, share, and subscribe.